So welcome back to another video, and today it has been mentioned to me a few times about the glow plug, and I haven't mentioned the glow plug at all in doing this diagnosing, and so I'm going to go down that route and we're going to check the glow plug, even though a faulty glow plug isn't going to cause this kind of misfire even when the engine's warmed up. So we'll still go down the route and we'll check the glow plug. So just here I'm just pointing out where the glow plug actually is for the second cylinder, and you can see here it's right it's underneath the injector, sort of like to the left hand side, just behind the water housing unit there. So yeah, you can see my finger there. It's sort of like yeah, just pull that little wire off, that little plastic wire clip, a bit like a spark plug cover, like an HT lead. Yeah, just pull that off, and then the glow plug's in behind there. 58.9 or 59, around there, 58. So that's that glow plug from the third cylinder. Let's try the glow plug on the second cylinder. I don't know if I can get my finger in there to it. It's a bit of a squeeze. Oh, there you go, I can line it up now. What reading we got on that glow plug then?
One. Nothing.
We've got no reading on that glow plug.
Right.
Which happens to be the one in the cylinder that's not firing properly. Yes, I've got no reading out of that glow plug. Right, let me just test this one again. Cylinder 3, glow plug. Oh, if I can get my finger in there. So awkward. Even doing the glow plugs on this is going to be a pain in the arse. You see, yeah, that glow plug's not working at all then, which is okay. I thought that would have come up as a fault. I guess I could order some glow plugs. Tell you what, before I do that, before I order any glow plugs, we'll get the we'll do a, what's it called, a leak down test. So it's the same as a compression test but different, because you put compressed air into the cylinder when everything's shut on that cylinder, when both valves are shut, and you just leave it and you kind of get an idea of where it's leaking from. If it's leaking through a valve, you better hear that, or if it's leaking through the piston rings. Yeah, so I'll get hold of Matey in a bit and see if he can do a leak down test. So I've just spoken to the diesel specialist. He said he can pop round at the weekend, drop off his compression test kit, which includes doing a leak down test on that system that he's got. He's got an expensive system. He's going to loan it to me, and then he's going to come round at the end of the following week to either help me do another test to make sure I've done it right, or to do it himself. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to do the leak down test or whether he's going to do it, but he's going to bring his equipment round anyway. So what I'm going to do now is just take out this glow plug. It's a little bit awkward, so you've got to use a 10mm deep socket to get over, you know, because it's, well, you'll see when the glow plug comes out, yeah, you need a deep socket, 10mm. And I'm using a 1/4 inch socket on there, because if you use a 1/2 inch, 3/8 will do, but a 1/2 inch is too big, you won't get it into the little gap. And then I've got a little extension bar, tiny little extension bar on it, just so I can get the ratchet in, and I could, you know, they're not done up particularly tight, but you have to be careful that you don't snap them in there. Ideally you want to heat the engine up first before you try and crack it, but I was quite lucky. I just tried it, didn't use a lot of force, and it, you know, it came out quite easy. So I'm just using some long nose pliers here just to be able to pull it out, and you'll be able to see why you need the long nose, the deep socket. You can see there, it's quite. But yeah, the reason why I wanted to take it out, I know it's faulty and the whole head's going to come off anyway, I expect. But I wanted to take that glow plug out just to check and make sure that it hadn't snapped off inside the cylinder. That is not unheard of. You know, it doesn't happen. It's quite rare for it to happen, but it can happen. So I just wanted to check, make sure that it hadn't snapped off, and loads of bits had got into the engine and damaged the piston or the valves, and maybe jarred a valve open or something, and then damaged the piston. So I just wanted to make just peace of mind taking that glow plug out and checking it. It didn't take 10 minutes, so yeah, we've done that. It was a faulty glow plug, which led me down to this route to thinking, oh, maybe the glow plug has actually snapped off. It's a possibility. But no, that's great. I'm happy that's out. So what I'm just doing here now, I've got a magnet, and I don't know if you saw recently in the previous video, there was sort of like little balls of like grease balls, and they felt very metallic. And so I was trying to find some. There wasn't as many in there as what I first thought there was. And I did find a couple of little pieces, a couple of little balls of grease and like what seemed like very tiny swarf. But when I put it onto the magnet, it didn't stick to the magnet. The oily bits didn't sort of like want to pull towards the magnet at all. So I don't think there was any tiny iron filings in there at all. So yeah, that's reassurance. I'm now thinking that possibly that one of the springs are broken on the valve, or maybe the valve stuck open. There might be some damage on possibly the exhaust valve or the inlet valve. Could still be pistons rings, but yeah, I think it might be a valve, genuinely, because if it was a piston ring, it would be smoking a lot more and using a lot more oil than what it does use. So yeah, maybe it is a valve. Right, so what I'm just going to do here, just going to show you that I'm going to check the glow plug. You can check it on the battery. I'm connecting the positive to the very tip, and that tip is the positive. The actual housing of the glow plug, that's the negative. So I'm just going to connect it up here to the battery, and it should glow up nice and red. Well, we can clearly see there, I mean, it should go red like straight away, like almost instantly it should glow. There's nothing happening there on that glow plug at all. So that's another thing on the shopping list, glow plugs. That's not a problem. Well, it's kind of reassurance, peace of mind, knowing that hasn't snapped off in the cylinder. So yeah, this is kind of a result, even though I've got to replace all the glow plugs. But yeah, no glow there. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, wrap it up for tonight. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share it with your mates. It really helps the channel grow. So and I really appreciate all your support, everyone's comments and PMs. It's been really nice. Yeah, really do appreciate it all. A lot of support from you guys. Sound community. Much love. Take care. Stay safe. God bless.